I'm Quinn. This is my first year doing this. I'm in 5th grade, and I mostly called to do the budget.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm also in 5th grade, and this is my rookie year. And I made the cards, I built, and I also did some of the projects.
Hi, I'm Carter. This is my 4th year, and I kind of do a little bit of everything.
Hi, I'm Jack. This is also my first year, and I do robot and I do project work.
Hi, my name is Corbin. This is my first year also. I mostly do the building, but I sometimes do.
Our project is on people that have hardships, being isolated by family, and how to get items like hygiene.
Alright. Our problem. Seafarers, the people who work on large sailing vessels, often face hardships like not being isolated from their family and limited access to items like snacks, toiletries, clothes, scarves, and mittens. After spending months at sea in port, they may not even be able to get off of the ship because they may not have a U.S. visa or passport. This makes it even harder for them to get basic items or go to the doctor. While seafarers build strong relationships with their crew members, they still face hardships with mental health and physical well-being. This can affect their overall work life immensely. Our project seeks to find a way to help the seafarers in overcoming these feelings or giving them access to resources they need.
Solution. Our project has taken many twists and turns as we developed our ideas and as new information was learned. Our first idea included developing a prototype that would allow disabled persons to experience the ocean using a specifically made dive suit developed for their needs. So say you couldn't move your hand, the dive suit would kind of like a prosthetic. It would help you move your hand so you could do things in the ocean. And then we set up an interview, and after speaking with the executive director of Seafarers Friend, we learned that an app similar to Pokemon Go would be a great way to help seafarers explore the new cities that they arrive at. For example, when a ship arrives in port, seafarers can use an educational scavenger hunt from that city to travel and explore. This encourages the seafarer to travel and experience the new port while reducing stress, encouraging physical movement, and helping lift their mood. While interacting with this app, you could, quote-unquote, throw a ball at it to catch it. Seafarers would have fun exploring tourist attractions, local favorites, and experience new things about the city. David, which was the executive director, thought that this type of app would be enjoyed by the seafarers and that it could be hosted on his website. We ran into trouble developing the app, and we needed to switch our idea when we figured out that the school internet would block app developers and that the competition would not have internet access. These are our scavenger hunt cards, which was our idea. At the qualifying tournament, we presented a solution, which was an educational scavenger hunt to help make life better for seafarers on the ship. New seafarers have to learn their way around the ship, which was an educational scavenger hunt. New seafarers have to learn their way around the ship to get to know the other crew members. This is important because everyone on the ship becomes a family. We learned from David, the executive director of Seafarers Friend, that strong relationships make work more enjoyable. This scavenger hunt will be fun for the crew and help reduce stress while teaching them about the ship. People are happy and relaxed. They can do their work better by being more productive. The judges enjoyed our idea and awarded us the Innovation Project Award.
After our following Friday tournament, we decided we need to make a real impact on real people. We interviewed the director of Seafarers Friend. We then learned that we could help by donating items that seafarers need. These items are put into a quote-unquote ditty bag, a term that comes from the word ditto, which means to everything, such as shirts, hats, mittens, gloves, etc.
The stuff that we've already collected for the ditty bag, we wanted to take into consideration before saying what we need, so then we know what we already have, so then we know what we need more. So we already made a list that has everything that we have so far. So we have 6 floss, 7 contact cases, 3 soap things, 1 pair of headphones, 7 toothpaste containers, 1 lotion, and 1 snack. The temperatures that are on the ship, depending on where you are, these temperatures can help you decide what you want to put in a ditty bag or donate. So if you're in a really hot place, so when the ship's in really hot places, maybe you'd want to send like tank tops and short sleeve shirts. But if you're in a really cold, but if the ship's in a really cold place, you might want to send things like hats, mittens, gloves, and maybe a long sleeve shirt. Sewing kits are really important because if I were to turn my shirt right here and it's really cold, then that would not be good at all. So it'd be nice if I had a sewing kit from a ditty bag to sew it up. So then you also don't need to waste money when you're in port, if you can even go on the land to buy a new shirt. And these small things can make a really big impact on their everyday life.
Alright, challenges faced by women. One of the many challenges faced by women on the ship is when they get to their quote-unquote time of the month. It can be very challenging. They get mood swings and it can lead to them being depressed, sad, and angry, all of those things. This is one of the things that our scavenger hunt can help with. They also have cramps and muscle pains, which can have big effects on their mood. These pains can affect their physical and mental work that they do. Also, going into their time of the month, hygiene things that they need, like pads and tampons, while male workers do not need the same.
So going into like the mood swings, David, who is the executive director, he's one of like the older people, not like really old, but he's like as old as like the parents would be. So he helps with like him and a couple other of the workers help with like emotional stuff and like, emotional things that can help a lot of people since you don't want to show your emotions too much on work because that can affect greatly what you're working on. David said that on their website they have a place where you can place the donations and then send it to them. So, and then we decided that it would be a good idea to try and start a donation drive at our school. So that we would place it in all types of places, and in just a week, that all that we have worked on, that's how we got these items so far.
We reviewed the school policy and donations and we'll be meeting with the principal to share our idea with her. We will propose to the principal that the robotics team could raise items for the ditty bag.
In order to be successful, we understand that we need to bring more groups on board with this idea. Knowing this, we also reached out to the student council on December 5th, I think, to present our idea and for holding a school-wide donation drive. We hope to get even more ideas to support seafarers and make their lives at sea a little easier.
We've also taken the next step by scheduling a meeting with the Guilford School Board on January 6th. At this meeting, we will present our robot and presentation and present the idea of having a district-wide donation drive. We hope to get even more items to support seafarers and make their lives at sea a little easier.
The impact our project can have. These supplies make life at sea better for seafarers. Example, if someone gets a hole in their shirt, they can sew it up with a needle and thread from the ditty bag. They can fix it easily. These small items show that we care and help seafarers feel supported. While we have made significant progress on our new idea, we have much more to do. Our next step includes we're going to make a goal to create 10 ditty bags, create a poster, create announcements on the intercom at our school, make a poster that shows our progress, create collection bins, get help with the school student council, and create a contest to see how much stuff we can get.
Now we will be presenting our core values. Fun. It's an awesome feeling to have something done good. We always try to reward for doing things good, not like in a weird way, but like kind of like if you do something good, you're gonna get like congratulated, like good job. We look back at every day and see the impossible turn into the possible. Whatever we thought we couldn't do the day before, we always then found ourselves doing it at some point. 67% of us are new to robotics, 4 out of 6 of us. It's been amazing to see everyone grow this much. It's amazing to see us get to this point. It's fun. We celebrated along the way too. The brain breaks, new game. We took brain breaks to get our minds off what we were doing if we were stressed. We learned new games which let us have fun. And we did a Talkie challenge with a horrible flavor of Talkies. They tasted like cucumbers and like salt. Yeah, they were jalapeno cucumber. They were just icky.
Teamwork. To quote John C. Maxwell, teamwork makes the dream work. This means that when working as a team, you will achieve your goals faster than working by yourself. Our team is an example of this. Maddie, a first year, is a builder. She created the scavenger hunt and worked on the script. She also developed the ditty bag idea by sewing this hat and mittens. Corbin, a first year, found our professional and as Seafarer's Friends, emailed 6 professors at Maine Maritime Academy and Seafarer's Friends, left phone calls and voice messages, and helped make interview questions with help from ChatGPT. Landon, who mainly does coding and worked on the robot design, he also helped advise new members. For example, Quinn wants to learn about making the right motor move, and now he knows because of Landon. Carter, with the most user experience, is our team manager and all-around guide. Whether we need help with building, coding, or project work, Carter helps us feel comfortable and included.
Discovery. Jack and Corbin discovered that working together, they can build really fast. It surprised everyone when they finished building attachments in a record speed. Corbin discovered that he was really patient. He had to locate phone numbers from a website, dial their phone number, and read from a script to create a voicemail on the professor's phones. Luckily, David from Seafarer's Friend returned our call and was able to set up an interview for 2 days later. This impacted our project tremendously. He provided detailed primary source facts to help us understand the daily work of seafarers. David encouraged us to continue working with our idea and perhaps tie it in with the app that Seafarer's Friend built. We think it would be similar to Pokemon Go.
Impact. We learned all about seafarers and their everyday lifestyle. Although we are young, we can now better appreciate the workers who provide 90% of the goods we use daily. I mean, can you believe that? That's basically everything we use. They have to work really hard to get these large ships filled with goods safely across the sea. We understand some of their hardships, like not being able to see their family for 7 to 9 months, depending on their contract. Not being an American citizen and not being able to leave the ship when it's at port, they'll get arrested, and needing a break from their work experiences in the cities they're visiting if they have a visa. We've learned that we can greatly help their everyday life by just donating even a couple of things like snacks, toothpaste, hygiene products, or knitted items like hats, scarves, and mittens like we have over here. All these items can be donated to Seafarer's Friends. This organization will organize the items and share them with those in need. This is an amazing way that we could impact most of the people on the ship and change their everyday lives for the better.
Innovation. Maddie figured out how to rack and pin attachments. She made a prototype from a dozer base. We ended up not using it because we ran out of time to code the boat version. As our solution, Maddie changed and reworked our solution by creating a donation collection to add to the ditty bags.
Inclusion. We included each other by checking in on each other and making sure we weren't overwhelmed or confused with our task. We also chose a team name that made everyone feel comfortable making a change when it was needed.
Moving on to our robot design. Our team strategy includes 9 different missions. We have lots of fun with our robot, even giving it a name. This is Squidward, our competition robot. We have multiple attachments. We have a lift arm. We have a lift arm, an attachment for the lift arm, which is that yellow thing on it, a dozer blade, an attachment for the dozer blade, Our robot uses the advanced driving base too. This is because it is a stronger driving base, and last year we had trouble spots with durability. Carter used this advanced type of building to teach our first year builders, Jack and Corbin. We use this to incorporate our first year builders with our main design. Even though I've mostly been the main coder for this season, that doesn't mean other people didn't get to code. We had everyone code. I taught Quinn, a first year person, how to code. Then Quinn took his amazing coding talent to teach other first year students, Jack, Maddie, and Corbin.
Our teammate Quinn has some advice that on how to code a mission. He says that having a measuring tool makes everything 100 times easier when trying to make something. It can be a little tricky because, say, I wanted Squidward to go 10 inches forward. I'd have to set it to 11 inches for it to go 10 inches. So it can be a little confusing, but once you get the gist of it, it's really easy. He also says that yaw helps you turn. It can help your robot understand what it is. Yaw can help you stabilize the robot when you're doing any mission, like the mission that he was coding.
Yaw is the movement left to right.
Then Quinn was also really good at reading the code after Landon helped him, and that also made things 100 times easier.
Landon is an excellent coder. He worked on the Squid mission, the submarine mission, Raise the Mass, and Coral Bud. Landon's advice if you want to learn how to code. First, learn your motors. Set your movement motors also. Step 3, change your acceleration speed. The best tip is to only change one variable at a time. For Raise the Mass mission, there is a cracking protecting the treasure chest. I built a snapping attachment. That will be able to grab the treasure chest. We used a video to help us, entitled The Idea, but it didn't work the way the video did. I changed it by building it with rubber bands. This attachment is innovative because this tool can grab the treasure box too.
The glider 1.0 and 2.0. The glider is a gear system that can be very useful to some of the missions. It works like a gear system that could be put on a large robot base, so Squidward, and turn left and right with very good consistency. The thingy-mabobber. The thingy-mabobber is a giant detachable arm that can go on the large robot base. It can work as a collector for the krill on any mission that needs to be picked up through a lane.
Alrighty. Mr. Krabs was our small robot base that mostly Quinn used to learn coding. Mr. Krabs was also used for Quinn to teach Corbin, Jack, and Maddie how to code. Quinn taught Maddie the importance of measuring. Quinn also taught her the difference between going how far and turning.
So these are some snapshots of our code from this year. I think those two are both the submersible missions, and that one is. That's Raise the Mass.
These are also all of our missions that we do.
So this is a bit late, but do you have any questions on our project at all?
We do.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to commend, this is awesome. What a great presentation. You guys did fantastic. You know, all you delegating, taking turns. This is very nice. On the innovative project, so it evolved so much because where you started and where you ended. What a great way to take feedback. To, you know, because it happens a lot when you set out and have a goal. Things can change a lot. This is a very good example of things, and you learn so much in the process. It's not what you first achieved to do, but now you can make a real change in people's lives. It's really cool. You know, I want to advise, if I may, to take inventory from what they need, you know, not what you only think you can donate,
Yeah.
but, you know, if that's on the
Yeah.
app, you can
Yeah.
add, oh, you do,
Yeah, we watched that,
that's awesome.
and then we were like, my mom, like I told her about this, and like I showed her the picture, and we were like able to like gather a couple of things, like according to like what there was. So like this was just what we were able to do. But like when we like make posters to like get the things, we're probably gonna add like a list of the
Right.
things that like
That's
the
needed.
things that are needed, and like that are most useful.
I think that also the very cool approach is like, I don't know, it's almost an anonymous. Whomever needs something, it doesn't have to be, you know, announcing what he's gonna go. He's gonna look at the app, I need this. I'm gonna go find it. And, you know, it can be discreet, it can be something that, you know, I don't wanna be embarrassed, but, you know, like, well, I'm gonna go fix it. It's really cool. I think it's very impressive where you guys got by the end. How are you feeling? What was the most
Yeah.
proud thing that you're proud of? I mean,
How we were able to get this new idea out, but like with the 2 weeks between the state competition and the qualifying competition.
Yeah, cause before the states, or no, before the qualifying, before today, we had that mostly.
so you recent, it's very recent.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
very
adapt as you
recent.
go. Quick, yeah, that's
So
very cool.
before this, our project was mostly centered around the scavenger hunt cards, but now it's almost completely centered around
Right.
the ditty bag.
Yeah, it took a lot of work to like change all the scripts. We've probably gone through like
So many
lot.
iterations.
we've probably already gone through like 5 new scripts.
Yeah.
Like over those 2 weeks, like adding and taking away parts that like were in different things and like
Yeah.
And that's not even counting our skit.
oh yeah,
Right,
It's like-
everything.
like
right.
a week or 2 to like make like a whole entire like skit. But then we decided to cut it since it took like way too much
Right.
time.
So do you guys have any other questions on the project?
So you reached out and Dave from the Seafarers, right?
Yeah.
So he was your best advisor and he helped you a lot, right?
Yes.
By
Yeah.
providing the information, giving feedback. So that's one of the things that you improved drastically on. That's great.
And then one other thing,
You tried to reach out to other few and they didn't come back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was mostly in charge of that. I tried day after day, and I was just like,
Yeah. They didn't anything. That's
We
it.
almost like
yeah.
No,
Until
that's,
David
yeah, you tried.
and then one other thing, since there's like a little paragraph I felt like an envelope, we tried to reach out to someone that as like NP, but their schedule was really full.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to make people donate their time. Very, very hard. That's very good. No, again, I think this is awesome. So you guys gonna go on this, right? You're not gonna abandon it. You're just gonna finish that.
Yeah, we're,
Really good.
didn't we say we wanted to like talk to the student council?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
and the school board.
And
Yeah.
the principal.
Very cool.
We're gonna try to make it a donation drive, like you know the can drive. We're gonna try to make it like that.
No, that's very good.
It'd be even better if when we promote it to the school board, we could get it through all 3 schools, the elementary, middle, and high school.
And maybe like
How do you know that that's what they wanted? Or did
Or-
Dave gave you something?
no, this is the stuff that like all of us like
You
as
thought
a
of
team.
what? Okay.
Yeah, and like
And they also
so-
have this thing on the website.
Oh, there
that
you go.
says
Oh, there is
what
something.
they're-
Yeah. And as we took notes from David, he kind of listed things that we would, like they needed.
They know.
So, like, just, like, the 6 of us, and then also Mr. Mata, like, we all came together to, like, get some stuff, like a couple of things from everyone's houses.
No, I think it's pretty clear on innovation project. I
Yeah,
don't have
I
anything
think
else.
I'm good with
I
that.
think you guys covered everything again.
So do you have any questions on our robot?
So yeah, so you're doing the 10 missions.
Yes.
Seems like it's just in a home base, right? And many attachments. So this is not your backup robot. This is just like
Yeah.
for fun.
For fun, yeah.
Oh,
And then
cool.
I also helped Quinn and Jackson like learned to
Yeah,
sew.
learn.
So you all guys sew now? You all know what to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
and how to do it?
We don't. Well, me, Corbin, and Maddie obviously don't know as much as
Well,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
We know how to code. It's
We
just
know
like
how to
not a
code.
favorite thing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
so
like-
at
I
the
like-
beginning, everyone was given an option, like what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then we kind of found what everyone's their strong suit was.
Yeah, some people prefer different things, and some people are better at different things.
That's
Some people enjoy different things more.
Like when we were talking about like how we made sure everyone was like comfortable,
Yeah.
like with the name, we made sure that like, and I'm just saying, for example, like if I didn't like coding, and like, sorry, I'm forgetting names
That's
for a
okay.
minute. And if Carter was like, oh, you need to code, like you're already in the middle of it, we can't just like have someone else code. Like we made sure everyone was like comfortable. And then like in our thing, we made like I had written a paragraph, but I didn't feel like comfortable saying it. So then Carter was like, oh, it's okay, I'll do it.
Good job.
Yeah, that was the Woman on Ships paragraph.
Good job. There you go. Somebody has to do the hard work then.
Yeah, so this morning it was kind of funny because we had like an hour between the opening ceremony and our first robot board. So I was kind of just tinkering around with Mr. Krabs, making him maneuver around some of the attachments and some of these city bag objects.
Good job. No, that seems, again, well, the attachments seem to, tackle all of the missions almost.
Right.
Do you have any sensors, or are you guys going?
Yes, we actually do
We
have
have
sensors, but we do not use them.
Okay.
If you flip it over,
Uh-huh.
these are sensors.
What are those, color ones?
Those are the light sensors.
Oh, okay. The color, yeah.
Yeah, no.
I checked for color to say, you took a pink Lego brick and you put it over it, and you made it so if it sees that pink Lego brick, it moves a certain way. That's how it works.
Got it.
So that we kind of veered away from using the light sensors as our coding because last year we had tried that near the end when we kind of had all of our code set, but there was this one mission that would be easy if we could just get the hang of it, but it was really hard to get the hang of. So we kind of just dropped that, and then we remembered it for this season that it was hard, and since we have so many new people, it would just be easier to stick to kind of the more basic type of coding.
This year, the sense, the floor is very blue, white combined. It's
Yeah.
very hard to utilize
Yeah.
the sensor areas.
It was also a really good board to have the rookies start on because it's a harder board in general.
You throw them right into defense. That's right. That's what you do.
And it's just gets easier from there.
So, I guess then.
I don't think I have any more questions. You asked
Yeah,
a lot
I'm
of
all
amazing
set,
questions. I haven't really had to ask any, which has been great. So.
I think, this is sorry if we kept you long.
Okay, thank you so much for your
Yeah.
time.
Thank you guys. Good luck. Did you do all the? Not yet, right? You can press the button.
You already did the field work there?
We've done,
Oh,
yeah.
we already did. Two more. Okay. Well, good job, guys.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Can't forget that.